everybody, how are we doing? Today I'm going to be doing a thrift haul. The sun is starting to set so it might look a little bit dark, but the show must go on, as they say. I went to Margate the other week. They've got loads of really nice vintage shops. If you don't know where Margate is, it's on the east coast east coast of England, and yeah, it's about an hour and a half from London. They call it Shoreditch-on-Sea. It's a bit hip and trendy, don't you know? The shops there were pretty expensive, and like, I already think the vintage clothes shops, especially in London, are expensive. A lot of the shops there were a step above that. Like, I picked up a bag in a shop called Jane, something to do with Jane, and it was a vintage store, and I think the guy that owned it or worked there was outside. It was really nice. It said hi, how's it going? And I was actually looking for a hat to buy because I didn't have a hat with me, and Lisa texted me saying you must get a hat, like make sure. She texted me twice saying buy a hat, like just take it off your rent, whatever it costs, just buy a hat because it's gonna be so hot today. You're gonna get sunstroke, you're gonna die. Like, people die from sunstroke. Like, I'm 7 years old going outside to play for the first time on my own. Then she called me a couple of times. No, she called me once saying make sure you buy a hat. So anyway, I was looking for a hat in this vintage store, and I couldn't find a hat, but I saw a bag I quite liked, and it was just like a little structured bag, kind of wicker I think, but it had a plastic handle, one of those small bags, you know, box bags. So I was like, oh, that's pretty nice, thinking it'd be about £20, £25, 30 at a push. This bag was £69 on a bag about this big. And I understand if it's like a one of a kind, it's a prestigious label and it's genuinely vintage, understandable. But a lot of the stuff in there was really expensive. It sucks because you see stuff you really like and you're like, I'm not going to spend 70 quid on that because it's just a waste of money. But we did find one shop called Peony Vintage, which was really, really nice, and the girl in there was really nice. Lady I should say. The lady in there was really, really nice, and I think she owns it or runs it or helps run it because she was talking about buying in stock and things like that. And I got a dress from there, which I will show you now, but can I just say it looks a lot nicer in person because on camera I've realised that it comes up as kind of, I actually don't know what it's going to look like now, it's a bit darker, but in real life it's actually this amazing like turquoise green. It is so beautiful. It's 100% silk and it was £30, maybe 35, but that's okay for 100% silk maxi dress. That's actually not a bad price at all. It comes with a belt as well, which is nice. Sometimes these old pieces don't come with the belts that they were made with, and this is so amazing. It feels so nice on. Obviously it's silk and it's secondhand silk. Silk is not a vegan fabric, but I do buy animal fabric secondhand, not fur, but like silky shirts. I just feel like they wear really well, and if you can get them secondhand, I think that it's better to use a natural fabric than wearing like a acrylic synthetic fabric that may not wear as well, that you may not wear as much. Yeah, everybody's different. I've spoken about this on my channel a million times before, like, is secondhand leather vegan, etc, etc. I've got a blog post on my opinions on it and I'll link it down below. I feel like I need to say it every single time, and it feels amazing on the body. It just makes you feel like I feel like I could wear this to a picnic. I feel like I could dress it up to wear it to a business meeting. If I ever need to go to a business meeting, then I will be probably rocking this because it's really airy, but it looks very nice. It looks very put together, you know. And also in Peony they were selling these scarves, or like, I suppose I could use this in my hair as like a headband. That's how I saw it, like with a ponytail. I feel like it would photograph beautifully. Like, that's what I thought when I first saw it. I feel like in pictures. Oh, and also against this green, I feel like they just contrast so amazingly. I've already worn this a few times and I love it so much. Like, you can twist it and wear it as a necktie. Obviously you can do whatever you want with a scarf, but I just feel like this kind of like see-through airy material complements blues and greens really, really nicely, and pinks as well. I just think this is a very unique shade of corally orange. So yeah, I got that as well. This was £5, which when she said £5 I was like, oh, for a scarf? For a little bit of fabric? But actually it is nice quality, and that's actually the only things I got like in terms of secondhand clothes. Thought I would show you this that I got off Depop. I don't need any more blouses, but I love them. Like, they are my favourite things to wear. They're so airy, they're so easy to style, and yeah, I feel like they're kind of my uniform in a way. Like, I feel in my comfort zone when I'm just wearing a blouse and like jeans or something. They're so easy to wear, but they are timeless. Like, I feel like they never go out of style, and I wear blouses now that I used to wear back in like year 9, like a long time ago. I always refer to things in years as if we're still at school, but I haven't been at school for a good like 6 years by this point. 6 years? Oh my god, nearly 6 years. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, am I right? This is the most beautiful shade of periwinkle blue I've ever seen. It's originally by Urban Outfitters, which was a bit of a weird one. I didn't expect it to be from Urban Outfitters because I don't usually love the Urban Outfitters kind of like, Well, I suppose a lot of it is kind of like roadman style, like sportswear, luxe. Is it? I don't even know. I haven't been on Urban Outfitters or in Urban Outfitters or on the website in a long time. But yes, the colour of this really drew me in. I think I bought it for about £15. It's a little bit low, that's the only thing I would say. Like, I love the colour so much that I'm happy with it and I will pin it. I'll go to the effort of just doing like a little stitch to make sure it's not too low. Because I feel like even with my small titties, it's a bit too low. Is titty a swear word? I feel like maybe I shouldn't say titty. Sleeves are nice and floaty and they cuff at the wrists. The sleeves cuff at the wrists and you can tighten them to your desired tightness. Hello. Slight change of scenery. The beginning of this video I filmed yesterday. It's actually the day after, but some things turned up in the post that I wanted to include in this video. I picked up a couple of things off Instagram actually. Someone was just selling some of their wardrobe on Instagram and I picked up 2 pieces. This one in my hand in particular. So beautiful, so intricate. It's this pale peach blouse and it's kind of ties in at the waist. It's a little bit cropped and it's got this kind of lace detail all around the collar and also on the sleeves, and it's got these kind of like flowy cap sleeves. Oh my goodness, it's just beautiful. It's so pretty, and I know I just said I don't need any more blouses. I haven't been this like infatuated with an item in a long time, so yeah, I love that a lot. And she sold that to me for £20. And then I also got a jacket, which is not too suitable for this time of year because it's so warm. This is a really nice structured jacket. It's in this burgundy shade. Feels really good quality again. And this was £25. And what sold me on it is that it has a tie. Like, I don't typically wear kind of like blazer style jackets, although I love the look of them. Because I'm quite short, I just feel like they make me look quite frumpy. Because I don't have, if you've got like longer legs, you can kind of get away with having more of a structured upper half. I just feel like it kind of balances out a bit better, whereas for me personally, because I've got shorter legs, doesn't look quite right, it just looks a little bit off. But this has got a tie around the waist, so it gives you a little bit of shape, gives a bit more of a feminine cut to a typically masculine piece. Typically masculine, because, you know, gender roles and all that. And I forgot to mention, I also picked up a book from the Margate bookshop, and this is called Your Silence Will Not Protect You, and I've only read about 15 pages of this because I've got a couple of books to get through first. But it's written by a lady who she passed away, but she was like a feminist, she's a poet, she was black, she was a lesbian, an activist, and yeah, it's basically like essays and writings from her and from other people as well. And I'm really interested to read this because I'm not like the most educated person ever on feminism, but I find it very interesting how like you never really learn about these things. Like, you learn about suffragettes, but you don't really learn about how white feminism didn't always include everybody from all ethnicities, if you know what I mean. And like, even though they were pushing forward for women, they didn't really include all women all the time. And I feel like that's a very interesting, not even interesting, important thing to learn about and know about and be aware of. So yes, very excited to get stuck into this. I'm interested in activism anyway, so I feel like the way I just think this is going to be right on my street. So I will report back on this. I might do a video on books actually, because like I say, I've been reading quite a lot. For me, I've been reading quite a lot. I've got through quite a few books this year, which I'm quite proud of because I have quite a short attention span, so it takes me a while to get into a book. And yeah, I've got through a good handful. So if you want to see like a kind of like 6 book roundup, 6 or 7 maybe, that I've read this year, then I can do that if that'd be interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this little thrift haul. Sorry it was in 2 parts, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. If you want to see some more from me, obviously like, comment, subscribe, etc, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.